You guys know the traffic guy, Sully.
He's not a chopsticks guy.
Listen, he just had sushi for the first time this weekend. How you this old and ain't never had sushi?
Okay, when Sully first moved to Seattle, after I hired him.
Okay.
And I wanted to take him to a restaurant, and I was rattling off all the different restaurants.
Yeah.
I was rattling all the different restaurants, thinking he's going to pick an Asian restaurant. I mean, or seafood restaurant. No, he picked a burger joint.
It's funny you say that. He was just talking about that. He just earlier today,
Sully,
he said the vegetable section. Somebody said the produce section, and then he comes out. And by the way,
This is why we love him. This is why we love him.
This is the
I'm their conduit, and I'm glad to do it.
Sully,
what are you guys dragging me into? Because we're still having this conversation out there of all the things I will not eat
Sully,
or try to eat. Yes.
How in the world did you go this long in life just having sushi for the first time?
I'm not into raw food, and I'm certainly not into raw fish. At all.
And that's perfectly fine.
Like apples?
No, but
it's not a fish. An apple, it's not going to kill you if you eat it.
I was sharing the story about how when you first moved here, I was giving you all these different options of where I could take you.
Fabulous restaurants, whatever. We ended up in a burger place, Johnny Rockets. Yeah.
And I love you for that.
Yeah, I
do love you for that.
I called it deconstructed sushi
over
the weekend.
So what did you have? It was fully cooked, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, there's this new sushi place that opened down on the Long Beach Peninsula. I know how much you like this. So it's a new place. We thought we'd try it out. I wasn't there for the sushi. I was just going to have a beer or whatever. And everyone at the table was like, well, let's try something. And they're like, okay. So we got something that had shrimp and crab in it, that it was cooked.
Yeah.
Had some avocado over the top or whatever. So
sounds like a Seattle sushi roll.
So I pulled it apart, took the seaweed out, took the avocado off.
Wait, what?
And ate the rice and the inside.
Wait, you took the seaweed out, Sully?
Yeah, I don't eat seaweed. I'm not a whale.
Now,
I might be, but I'm not going to.
Whales don't eat seaweed.
Who eats seaweed? I don't.
Wait a minute,
Human beings since time immemorial.
Nope.
It's a party
Not me.
here now. What's up?
I hate to come in uninvited and force my way into your lane, you guys. Without my blinker on either. You don't know what sushi is, first off. I love you, Chris.
No, my son loves it. My son would eat it every day.
It skips a generation.
Yeah, not me. Nope.
And heaven forbid a culture whose average age is about, 93 of the Asian culture lives to because they eat this raw fish and seaweed and rice and things. Let's ignore those signs completely.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
That's wonderful.
That's why I don't watch soccer. You're not into it.
Anyway, thanks for letting me interject. I apologize.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Sully, you know what I want to
Thank you, Spike.
You know what I want to ask you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you got some, you got some friends. Like, how you not having sushi this long?
Because I will not eat raw food.
Okay, I'm going to just I
mean, I'll eat raw vegetables, sure. Like a carrot.
You know what I don't eat, and we are here. I don't eat oysters.
Yeah.
I just don't like them.
Yeah, because
I don't like squid. So I mean,
You don't?
No.
Ursula, you don't eat oysters, you don't eat squid,
And that's all
you don't
good.
use chopsticks?
Okay, I use chopsticks,
Ursula!
not well. Yesterday I was eating with chopsticks.
Here's the thing, though. I give anyone grace. Like oysters, that makes sense. That's a hard one to start liking.
Well, they're so damn hard to open. They're telling you not to eat them.
Most people that don't like seafood, they grew up in the Midwest, and all they ate was like Gorton's fish sticks.
Yeah,
right?
We
What
were
was
poor,
seafood
and
to you
we
growing
had
up?
those for Friday and Lent. Fish sticks. That's all we could afford for Friday and Lent was fish
I'm with you,
sticks.
Sully.
I'm not a big fan of salmon either. I just don't like fish. The only fish I really like is halibut and tuna. But tuna for me has got to be cooked. I love a great tuna steak, but I'm the guy who sends it back to the chef.
Wait, you get tuna, but you cook it all the way through?
Yeah. Because I don't like the raw middle.
When you order a steak, how do you order your steak?
I don't eat steak very often because it's not healthy for me. Look at the camera. So I order medium well, little pig. Sorry, no. I don't like
medium well.
Yeah.
Sully?
It's fine.
I mean, I could go to some of the high-end steakhouses and I'll order whatever the center cut of whatever it is.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, I'm sending it back to have them actually cook it.
Really?
Yeah.
A1 or ketchup?
Neither.
All right.
I don't even use salt or season. I just cook it and.
How about when you go
put
to the
salt
grocery
on?
store? When you go to the grocery store and you and Holly, you guys go to shop.
No, I shop, not Holly, because I've got afternoons. She works a regular schedule. I've got the afternoons, so I shop and cook.
Oh,
Look
you
at
do
that.
the cooking.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
So
Good man.
We eat a lot of chicken. We air fry chicken I marinate it in some whatever marinades I find in the Safeway aisle. Marinate that for a couple hours, throw it in the air fryer, make a rice bowl out of it.
You know what marinades have in them? That make the food good? Salt. They usually have salt.
But again, I don't salt after. I'm assuming it comes with some.
Okay, wait. We have made this whole entire segment about Sully's palate.
Yeah, we can. I have some more food chocolate if you want.
By the way, keep Sully here. This is awesome.
Oh, yes.
This is
I've got
awesome.
plenty. I could tell you about my hour-long trip looking for the one item Holly needed me to get at Costco. It's like, why would that not be there? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I'm like Marco Polo. I'm out there like looking for Livingston Seagull out there, trying to find my way through the vegetable aisle, which I took forever. I'm like, where am I buying chives? It's like, okay, I know what chives are.
Chives at Costco?
No, chives at Safeway.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, I know what chives are. They're about this long, and they're really thin. Oh, I didn't know they packaged them in half, and the packages are this big.
You've never gone to the herb
hour to
section?
find them.
Have you ever thought of asking somebody who works in the produce section?
Because that I would be like, I'm going to look like an idiot. I get it. I don't want to waste their time with somebody who's is a fool. So I was just doing it myself.
Sully.
I'm a hunter and gatherer.
Sully, you trust me, don't you?
Yeah.
Listen to this. After today, this segment, I'm not lying to you, is probably one of my favorite segments that you've ever been a part of. And I'm not lying. Hear me out.
Okay.
After today, you need to start a podcast downstairs, and it's called What's for Dinner. And what it is Sully goes to, whether it is different restaurants or different homes, and people try to feed Sully a meal. Come back, something new, and you come back and you report on that meal. I'm telling you right now, Sully, remember I said this, a podcast featuring Sully, and it's called What's for Dinner. I promise you it would do well. People are loving you right now.
Yeah, but it's so boring.
I think you're relatable, and I think you're keeping true to yourself. And if you don't like it, life is too short. Why eat something that you don't want to eat?
I'll take even another one. There'll be times I'll be like, "Ooh, that looks really good on the menu," because we go out to eat or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's great. So I'll order that, but I won't ask for the things off I don't want, because I feel that would be embarrassing. Or make the person put in different things. Oh, you don't want this. You don't want it. So I just have them bring the whole thing to me. Then my plate looked like the end, like a vegetable platter that somebody else ordered, because I took it all off what I was going to eat. It's like, that's a great chicken club sandwich with all this quinoa and this, that, and who knows what. That's all in a pile, and I'm just eating the chicken and bacon. So, and maybe I will get a side salad. With no cucumbers, no onions, or
extra blue cheese.
When you go shopping,
I don't do blue cheese. I'm a honey mustard guy.
At the grocery store, do you go to the produce section? Do you do shopping for vegetables?
He said he went to the produce section. He went for an hour trying to find chives.
I was sitting there in the woods. Like, okay, these are mini. Okay, these are mini peppers. Okay, but there's a whole thing of mini organic peppers, and I'm like, which one do I want? I'm assuming I went with this one because the organic ones cost like $7,000, so I put that away. And then I'm like, mini cucumber. I don't even know what a mini cucumber is. I'm like, oh, there you go. Put that in there.
Oh, wait.
Because I'm making stuff.
Chives. No, this is wheatgrass.
There's a whole bunch of stuff there, and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. But
okay, how long does it take you to shop?
Well, when I'm shopping, it takes me about 5 minutes. I go to the deli counter, get my meat for my sandwiches. I go to the meat section, get some chicken, some beef, and then I go get bread and beer, and I'm done.
Okay, Chris, I got to ask you.
Out.
This came out yesterday. Are you ever on your way to the store and then Holly texts you and says, "Oh, you're going to the store. Will you pick up a couple more things for me?"
Yeah, all the time, because I shot, and that's
and then
what sent
how
me
long
on
does it take you?
Probably 45 extra minutes, because I don't know where those things are. But I'm gonna hunt and peck for my wife, and I'm not giving up until I find it on a damn end cap at Costco. Why is okay? She sent me out for pine nuts. Okay, that's great. Pine nuts. Okay, where do you think pine nuts would be?
I think she's trolling you at this point.
Where do you find pine nuts at Costco?
in the nuts
In the nut section? That would make sense. Here I am. Walnuts, peanuts, almonds. No pine nuts. Okay, next option. Okay, maybe they're by, wheat and rice. When I go that...
Again, though, Sully.
Took me like an hour. They're next to salad dressing. Why not just say fixins aisle, and then I'll get over there and I'll figure that out. I mean... Come on,
Sully. But
anyway.
here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
You could make it so much easier on yourself if you just looked at someone who has a tag and say, "Excuse me, where are the pine nuts?"
I don't want to waste their time. There's so few people working these days. They got things to do. They're shopping for online people. They're doing everything. I'm just doing my thing, trying to stay out of their hair and get what my wife needs.
I've been knowing Sully for 10 years, y'all. Every single day, I asked this dude. I'd argue that I ask him the dumbest question in the world every day. And it is, "Hey, Sully, what's for lunch?" And Sully, can you tell the people one of 3 things that you're going to be eating for lunch every day?
Generally, if it's a Monday, it's going to be cold pizza. We got pizza on Saturday. We got pizza on Sunday, and I make that last for 3 meals. Lunch the next day, dinner the next day. The next day, it'll most likely be a turkey sandwich on pretzel bread. Or lately, because I'm trying to be healthy, I'm getting some, Dave's Killer. That bread's way too much stuff going on in there, but it tastes good.
Yes.
So I make sandwiches like that. So that's usually it. What's the other option? What's number 3, Gee? That's a sandwich or pizza?
Diet Coke. You always have a Diet Coke.
Yeah, because I'm
Wash
killing
it down.
myself
I mean,
with that.
really, it comes down to 2. It's either the sandwich with either pretzel bread.
Yeah.
New lately, you've been getting Dave's Killer
Yeah,
bread.
they're trying that.
And then the other one is literally cold pizza.
Yeah, pretty much.
He has cold pizza. Like, this man packs cold pizza for lunch.
Yeah.
And he sits there at his desk and he's doing all the choke points you guys hear him do. He's sitting there investigating that, eating his cold pizza.
Yeah, and I have eaten a lot of really weird things, not weird things, but other things too. But on a lot of stuff, the meats are pretty simple.
I know.
And preparation, I don't have time to prepare stuff other than marinating and pre-marinate stuff.
Chris.
So two things
But
came
the
up,
air
though.
fryer's been a killer. That thing's great. That's
Okay,
really
hold on.
helped me out a lot.
I want to mention 2 things, 2 comments that are
I
made.
make great nachos and
One
burrito bowls.
One is one of our farmers who texts in, says, "Ursula, life is short, and that is one of the reasons you should try more foods." Do y'all agree with that? You should be trying a lot more food these days. Okay, the second one is Trucker Mad Dog says, "Ursula doesn't understand that to ask a store employee, we sacrifice a man card." Trucker Mad Dog.
I wasn't even thinking about that, Mad Dog.
I
But
totally
geez, now
understand
I am.
that, which is why I keep bringing it up. Why do men have such a hard time asking for help? Asking for
Because
It's
that way,
actually
too.
asserting
We're
your right as
supposed
a
to.
man.
Yeah.
Your man card
and I'm
depends
sure
on
as
you
hell
being
not
able to
going to
ask
go
for
ask
what you
somebody
want.
where the wheatgrass is. Come on.
Chris Sullivan, so
I'll chew on some ginger if you want me to do that. I do. I actually really like ginger. That's kind of surprising.
so would you be willing to try new foods? So like if
So I have tried some, but
if I made like beef cheeks and I brought them into the
I wouldn't even try beef cheeks.
well, which beef cheeks are you talking about? Are you talking about Gee's beef cheeks, or are you talking about like the actual cheek of the animal?
I don't think that cows have a buttocks. If that's what you mean.
Well, I know they got
Pigs do.
I still haven't figured out what oxtail is because that doesn't exist either.
It actually is the tail.
Yeah. So, if you see me at Safeway with a giant dunce hat on, just let me be. I'm just minding my cart, rolling it around, trying to, trying to shop for my wife.
More
Sully
power
said,
to
whose
you.
beef cheeks are you talking about?
You guys have heard of the AMAs, Ask Me Anythings? Can we do like ASAs, Ask Sully Anythings?
Sure.
Like once a month at least?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sully,
Mike in the 425 says, y'all are hilarious today. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm stuck on this Sully is Beyond podcast.
Man. Oh, gosh.
I'm
Ernie,
much more complex than you thought, aren't I?